Hey guys, Mahal everyone, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, guys, we're gonna talk about it. BEATRIX from Final Fantasy IX, a global first, is gonna be coming to the game soon. Very, very exciting. They released the trailer yesterday showing off her abilities. It was super cool to see that. Again, thank you to Square Enix for giving us global players this global first, which is really, really cool to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the game. Also, the information that you're going to see in this video all came from the Dissidia DB, so thank you very much to Rem. I know for a while he's kind of put the Dissidia DB on hold, but he's finally back. Thank you, Rem, for all you do for the Dissidia Opera Omnia community. Check out the link to the Dissidia DB in the video description as well as the pinned comments. So this event is going to be called Roses of May, with our very first global first character event. So we're going to be able to recruit BEATRIX. She's a powerful unit, not only boasting high damage, but she also has support capabilities for the party. Now, if you guys remember, I did a prediction video on what we thought she might be getting based on how she was on Final Fantasy IX alongside content creator Josepher, and for the most part, as we go through this video, you guys are going to see we kind of hit the nail on some of them, but some of the things they gave her did surprise me. But she does have support capabilities. She's going to be Red Crystal affiliated. Now, we both thought, Josepher and I thought, she was going to be yellow or white, which would have made sense, but we can see that they gave her red, probably because Roses of May, a rose is red. And her stats, she excels in defense first, so her defense is the highest, and then afterwards her attack speed and max brave are also pretty high equally, with her initial brave and HP being on the lower end, which is fine. You know, she's an elegant swordsman. I think that stat distribution fits her perfectly well. Now, alongside this event, we're going to be having her 35 CP armor called the Mithril Gloves available in the armor token shop. Don't forget, you get 2 copies of this when you do the event, as well as a free copy of her 15 CP weapon called the Iron Sword. And for synergy, it's gonna be with Kryl and Terra. I was scratching my head a little bit on this because when they first showed the trailer on this character, who did we see? We saw Garnet, we saw Steiner, I believe it was Setzer and Edgar in that trailer. So we didn't see Kryl and Terra anywhere there. I mean, we're probably going to see them maybe in the other cutscenes when this event actually goes live, but I kind of found it interesting that those two were the synergy characters. And the boss for this is going to be the MARILITH GLORIA, which is another variant of the MARILITH enemy, an iconic fiend enemy that originated from Final Fantasy I, but it's a different variant. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at her abilities. So I'm going to say that her first ability is the one that surprised me the most, because I don't remember her having an ability that was kind of like this. This is going to be called Saint Cloth. So this is going to be granting the party Brave based on her own max Brave. So she has a Brave battery and also small defense up for 6 turns. So she ensures that the party receives less damage from the enemy target. So very interesting that they gave her this, because we didn't think that she was going to have any sort of support. We were thinking that she was going to be an all-out attacker because that's how she was in Final Fantasy IX, with a little bit of healing, but hey, that's cool. She has a Brave battery, which gives her some support capabilities. And then her ability 2 is one that we did get correct, so this is Thunder Slash. It's going to be a 1-hit Thunder Magic Brave plus HP attack. It grants the party a unique buff called Noble Loyalty for 3 turns. Now, when the total party buffs are at 9 or more, this converts to Thunder Slash Plus. So that's a very similar mechanic that Cait Sith has with his abilities, where it all depends on how many total party buffs there are for his abilities to get better and better. And Thunder Slash Plus is a 3-hit Thunder Magic Brave plus HP attack that grants the party the unique buff called Noble Loyalty as well. And Noble Loyalty gives the party attack and max Brave up, so an overall increase in damage, and also a Brave damage reduction. So that's very similar to Selphie's Wall buff. Now, she does have an EX weapon coming with this event, with an EX ability called Clim Hazard. Now, me personally, I was hoping it was going to be called Stock Break. I don't know, for some reason I just think that sounds cooler. But hey, it's called Clim Hazard, so this is going to be a 4-hit AoE Magic Brave plus HP attack. When it's used on a single target, it hits a lot harder, and then if it's used on multiple targets, that HP damage is divided equally amongst multiple targets. It also grants BEATRIX the unique buff called Sworn General for 3 turns, and then when the total party buffs are at 9 or more, this converts to Clim Hazard Plus. So again, it has that same mechanic that Cait Sith has. So Clim Hazard Plus this time is going to be an 8-hit AoE Magic Brave plus HP attack. Again, it hits harder against a single target. It also has a Brave overflow where the Brave can exceed up to 150% of max Brave, and then the HP damage again is divided amongst multiple targets, and it also grants Beatrix the unique buff called Sworn General for 3 turns. Now, Sworn General gives her an attack and max Brave up, further increasing the amount of damage she deals. So as you can see right there, she deals a lot of damage, and she also supports the party, so very, very cool. She's literally almost like Kate Sith and Selphie put together, but deals more damage. So now we're going to take a look at her crystal passives. At 5, she gets Saint Cloth attack up. I like this one because she gets an attack up for 1 turn after you use Saint Cloth. The CP cost for that is 10. The only reason why I wouldn't see you using this is, let's say for example you use her with Kate Sith, because with Kate Sith, since a character can only have up to 6 buffs at a time active, with Kate Sith, you'll reach that threshold, but then after you use Kate Sith buff and Saint Cloth, essentially Beatrix doesn't really need to use Saint Cloth anymore, so that's probably the only reason why you wouldn't use this passive, but overall, I like it. Increase in damage, increase in attack. At 10, we get Brave Guard up. She doesn't really need a defense up, even though she does grant defense to the party. I think that's more than enough as it is. At 15, we get Buff Boost, Max Brave up while buffed. I like it, pretty good. You always want more Max Brave, more HP damage dealt. At 25, Mighty Thunder Slash, definitely want to give her that. It increases the Brave damage for both of the Thunder Slash variants. At 30, all Brave boost up. Break bonus up to allies after inflicting a Brave Break. I think you could do without it. You could save the 5 CP points for something else. Sea level 35, we got Charged Saint Cloth. You do want that, +1 usage to Saint Cloth. At 40, speed buff, speed up while buffed. Optional, her speed's okay. She's not the fastest, but she's not terribly slow, so I feel like she can do without that. 45, Charged Thunder Slash. You do want that. It gives you a +1 usage to Thunder Slash with a CP cost of 10. And then afterwards at level 50 is going to be Continent's Finest. Attack and defense up for the party while Noble Loyalty unique buff is active. That's amazing. So it gives your party more survivability to take more Brave hits and resist them more, and also more damage to deal. And you know you're going to have Noble Loyalty up because you're going to be using Thunder Slash to deal damage anyways. And then at 54, attack and speed up while buff. This one give to her, and there you go. She gets her speed up for this one at a much better value because it also increases her attack as long as she's buffed. At 55, we have Saint Cloth Extend. So this gives her a Brave gain based on max Brave, and that's going to be increased. So that Brave battery is going to be increased in potency. The defense up that she provides the party is going to be increased in potency as well. The HP attack that she now has after you have this passive equipped is going to change to HP Attack Plus. So HP Attack Plus is a Magic Brave plus HP attack, and this is going to be available when the party buffs are at 6 or more. Now, if the party buffs are at 9 or more, this changes to HP Attack Plus Plus, which is a Magic Brave plus HP attack that also grants allies Brave based on the HP damage that she deals with this. So now she has a secondary Brave battery just for her allies, but hey, why not, right? That's awesome. So even more support capabilities for Beatrix. And then her crystal passive level 58 is called Noble Loyalty Boost. She gets a max Brave up while Noble Loyalty is active, which you're gonna have that active because you're gonna be using Thunder Slash, so great passive on level 58. And then Thunder Slash Extension, her final crystal passive at 60, is gonna be allowing Thunder Slash, the base version, to now deal 2 Brave hits and also an increase in Brave damage potency. Thunder Slash Plus now deals 6 hits. It has an increase in Brave damage potency, and the Brave can exceed to 120% of max Brave, so it has an overflow now. The Brave attack now changes to Brave Attack Plus as long as you have a total party buffs of 6 or more, and this is going to be a 2-hit Magic Brave attack. And then you also will have access to Brave Attack Plus Plus, which is going to be a stronger variant of that when the total party buffs are at 9 or more. So overall, I like the crystal passives that she has. She only has maybe like a handful that are just decent that you could do without, but for the most part, they're all great and they all support her very well, making her a very, very powerful character. Now, taking a look at her artifact passives, speed buff, 1-star, 2-star, she gets an increase in speed while buff. Again, I don't really feel like she needs this. I think her level 54 passive makes more than enough for it. Continent's Finest Boost, 1-star, 2-star, increases the effects of this passive. I would say you definitely want that one. That is an amazing crystal passive. Bravery Saint Cloth, 1-star, 2-star. It increases that Brave gain, this time based on initial Brave after you use it. This one's okay. And then Mighty Thunder Slash, 1-star, 2-star, increase in Brave damage potency. This one is also optional too, I feel. I feel like she's already giving herself enough attack to be able to do enough damage. And then the top priority artifact passives are going to be Continent's Finest boost 2-star, attack plus 108, that way she reaches her max brave faster, and then max brave plus 330, because if you remember, her brave battery from Saint Cloth is based on her max brave. Now, of course, with a character event, we're gonna have a new weapon banner. I'm only gonna go over BEATRIX'S weapons because they are the new ones. We know that this banner is gonna already be featuring Terra and Kryl. So her 15 CP is Iron Sword. That brave gain that she grants to the party is going to get an increase in potency. It's also going to be increasing the potency of the defense up and extending the duration. And this time, she now also grants HP regen for 9 turns. So now she has a way to sustain the party's HP, which is pretty amazing. Her 35 CP Ice Brand is going to be increasing the brave damage potency for both Thunder Slash variants. I do find it interesting that it's called Ice Brand, even though it powers up her Thunder Slash. Not entirely sure what the correlation is there, but hey, it's what it is. It also increases Noble Loyalty's potency, and it extends the duration for the party for that unique buff. And then finally, her EX weapon, called Save the Queen, the name of her iconic weapon. It's going to be equipping the EX ability Clim Hazard, which we discussed earlier. And then at 1 LB, this increases the brave damage potency for both variants of Clim Hazard. At 2 LB, extends Sworn General unique buff to 6 turns. And then at 3 LB, it raises the recast speed of Clim Hazard. I'm gonna say it right now, this is a global first character. The only time that these weapons are probably going to come back, unless Square Enix changes things up, is going to be for her lost chapters, which we won't be seeing for a while. So if you guys have resources saved up, it is highly recommended that you guys pull on this character. She has a very, very powerful kit, which is expected because she is a global first, and it's going to be really exciting to see how she changes things with the global version of Opera Omnia. Now let's talk about the boss a little bit, the MARILITH GLORIA boss fight. So it's going to be a variant on the MARILITH type enemy. It's weak to thunder with a chase HP value of 40. It primarily uses fire elemental attacks, kind of like the original MARILITH. The gimmick with this boss is its abilities revolve having a higher turn rate when it uses it and breaks a target, or if it's already attacking a target already broken. So that's the little bit of the gimmick that goes on with this boss fight. It can buff itself with Radiant Vigor and Radiant Vigor Plus. The Plus version obviously is a better buff, and then afterwards it can also recover itself from the broken status with an ability called Abyssal Whirl. Now, some overview thoughts and tips for this upcoming event. So she is amazing. So she, like I said, she's essentially Kate Sith and Selphie combined, but she has a higher damage output. Amazing investment, and unless they change things again, because, you know, they're really surprising us here with the global version of the game, this character is gonna last you for quite a while. She's very, very powerful. I will say though, do not use her with both Selphie and Kate Sith on the team, because right now a character can only have up to 6 buffs active, buffs and debuffs. Think about it. So with BEATRIX, what do you get? You have 2 unique buffs in Noble Loyalty and Sworn General. So that's 2 unique buffs right there. With Selphie, she has Wall. And then with Kate Sith, you have Cheerful Gift. And then afterwards, you only have room for 2 more buffs. So if you have all 3 of these characters on your team, they're going to be pushing off the non-unique buffs off each other. So they're kind of going to counteract each other, so you won't really fully benefit from all of those buffs. So you either pair her with one or the other. Now, the preferable pair-up is going to be with Kate Sith as far as support-wise, because it allows her to increase her damage output, and you would probably want to use like a debuffer. Probably like Tidus would work well as a third-party member, or maybe even Terra with her defense down, or maybe even Vincent. Vincent should be getting his awakening soon, so Vincent would probably work well with this. But yeah, if you use her with Kate Sith and Selphie, you want to use her with one or the other, not with both, because you don't want to push the buffs off of each other. And then some other tips is keep in mind that BEATRIX is going to be a character that does need all of her gear to really shine. Kind of a whale character, I would say. So you want to keep that in mind, that she does need all of her gear. Good thing we get her 15 CP, but like I was telling people during my streams the last few days, even though Kate Sith is already out, I would wait to continuously pull on Kate Sith unless that's your favorite character, or Wall's EX, because BEATRIX is coming soon and she is a global first. So with a global first, you obviously want to put priority, especially this character is pretty amazing as we see. And then using Kryl and Terra, since they are synergy, I would say is ideal because the boss is weak to thunder, and also Kryl has that buff which increases the amount of damage like you deal with a specific element, and then Terra has a defense down debuff. But if you don't want to use them, there's plenty of great characters you could use for this boss fight. You have Squall, who deals a lot of damage. You have Terra. You have Vaughn too, with his elemental damages as well as his blind debuff. So plenty of other characters to use, but using Kryl and Terra may make it easier just because of the synergy ability and the boss's weakness. And then afterwards, for your summon of choice, you can go with either Bahamut. Bahamut's the easiest to use because his blessing doesn't have a hard requirement. Ramuh, Brothers, and Ifrit is also some good options for the boss fight. So because JP doesn't have BEATRIX yet, I don't have any gameplay footage, so sorry guys, no gameplay footage, but I am excited, and I know a lot of you guys are excited for this character to come, a global first in BEATRIX. Hopefully you guys found this video useful. Again, thank you to Square Enix, again, for giving us this awesome character and surprising us with it, and also thank you to Rem for the information and updating the Dissidia DB to keep us on our toes for Dissidia Opera Omnia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright guys, this is 40 the Broadway saying stay tuned for the next video, and mahal everyone.